So I've got a question for you. So you spent a lot of time in recruitment marketing. You've been in headhunting. You've been in staffing. You were with one of the largest contract employers in the country. What shifts are you seeing right now in how we get in those contract workers?
Well, the big thing is that online, you're getting a lot of automation, um, but it's not working. So it looks really good. And this dirty secret of our business is almost half of recruitment marketing is wasted. In fact, I was on a call with somebody yesterday and they were using data that said 95% of your recruitment marketing budget is wasted. And
Right.
he's about to present that to a client and realize, oh my God, wait, I can't do that. This guy's boss is on the line. Now, it came from a study,
Right.
like any study, the stats community. If that's true, we should all be fired. So
Hmm.
it wasn't necessarily true. It's like true from a certain viewpoint,
Right.
but a lot of that's just wasted. And it comes back down to, are your recruiters calling? Are you getting the right number of people to your recruiters to keep them busy? Are you giving
Hmm.
them 100 and then not thinking about them for a month because you're not
Hmm.
doing your job? Are they
Right.
even looking at the leads? That's a huge
Hmm.
problem with marketing in general is you just look at your Excel sheets and your dashboards and say, I'm doing a good job with the money I've spent. But when you actually go look at the actual hires and when
Right.
you're inside, there's no reason not to have that data.
Yeah.
If you're not attached to the hip to the recruiters, you're
Hmm.
probably wasting an enormous amount of money and you're not going to be able to justify it to the CFO. That is definitely the challenge that we have is a lot of fake numbers and by the
Yeah.
way, not even fake, just they could be great. Imagine how angry you would be as an owner if I was delivering 100 great people and your recruiters were just doing their own thing because they didn't want to talk to them.
Well,
That's my
and
fault, not communicating that to the recruiters.
mhm.
So these people want your jobs. Let me make your job easier.
Right. Well, and at the end of the day, it's about how many people do we place. So we can, I can drive 30,000 applicants to your desk and beat my chest and go, hey, that's, look what we did. But it really doesn't matter unless you place those people. So
Exactly.
you can't have a marketing campaign that's we're going to hyper focus on this market, these offices. And if you see an uptick, maybe you got some assumptions around, okay, it was effective. We at least made more, the trend line of the income is going up. But if it's flat or it's going down, you're just burning money.
We actually had that exact problem with Career Builder one year back in 2020. Uh, Career Builder allowed you to pull 30,000 resumes
Mm-hmm.
a month on our
Mm-hmm.
contract. And when we actually sat and looked at it, there were like 3 hires from that.
Yeah.
And these were temporary staffing people.
Mm-hmm.
So our problem is if we just cut off that entirely, like there was no point in talking to those candidates. These were not candidates we wanted to follow up. These were just fake
Right.
candidates, basically. And of course, Career Better's dead now, exactly from those kind of issues.
Mm-hmm.
But now I got to go to the boss. I got to say, I know that we were bringing in 100,000 candidates a month.
Right.
Now we're going to bring in 70, but you're not going to notice the difference. That's a hard conversation
And
because you've
that's where a
just
lot of
spent.
these job boards miss it because they think it's all about the resume, it's all about the profile, it's all about finding the person, and it's really not. That's why a lot of these job boards have gone under because they're focused on they're trying to take a human condition, placing people in jobs, and then abandon that and just focus on data and resumes and how many applicants did we drive to this site or to this job, but they stop there.
Mhm.
That's step one, but then you've got to do something with that. Sounds impersonal, but inventory, if you will. So you're getting all these applicants in, that's your inventory, just looking at it from a business point of view. What are you doing to get that inventory out there working? And a lot of people out there work really hard, spend a lot of hours just churning through resumes or driving traffic, and then wind up with little to no placements. It's insanity, but you see people doing that, and you wonder, wow, what keeps you what keeps you doing that? At some point, you think you would look at that and go, okay, this isn't effective. I've got to do something else, or I mean, go to the gym, go for a walk, go for a swim. If you're in staffing and you're not putting people to work, you're not getting deals in, you're not putting people to work. What's the point?